Right, welcome back to you. The main story of the third and final day of the Athletics South Africa Senior Championships was Wayde van Niekerk. The 2016 Olympic gold medalist cruised to gold in 44.17 seconds in the men's 400-meter in Potchefstroom. My colleague and eNCA's sports reporter Hloni Mtimkulu has been following the action for the past 3 days, and she joins us now live. Hloni, welcome back. Earlier we spoke about how difficult it has been for Wayde following his injury back in 2017 and how well he's done today. Has he perhaps commented on how he feels about his form, recovery and fitness ahead of the Olympics next year?
Good evening, Nicole. We had spoken earlier just about how, he says the past few years have taught him how well to listen to his body and how his body has just been responding to what has been happening over the past few years, returning too early from a very serious career-threatening injury and then having to withdraw from races. So he just talked about the mental toll that did take on him and how he's just had to navigate life around that. He's talked about how for the moment he's just trying to survive. So I think a lot has changed in terms of how he approaches things. He talked about, we saw in the past at the London 2017 championships, he had done the 2 and the 400-meter double. He says that won't be happening now. He's had to cut down on doing the 100 meters as well, just to concentrate on the 400 meters, So I think just in terms of how he goes about things, he's definitely kind of changed things up. But he said he's very happy to be healthy. His body is feeling good, and he's hoping to be back breaking records and contending for medals. As you know, we have the World Championships that are coming up in Budapest in Hungary, and he has qualified. He ran a qualifying time, so that will be encouraging to him. Light Pillay also ran a qualifying time as well, the under-20 national champion as well. So good things for Wayde, and he seems to be in the best form that he has been since he broke that record in 2016 at the Rio Olympic Games.
Looking at the women, Prudence Sigodiso won the 1,500 meter. What is her immediate focus and what are her plans following this achievement?
Yeah, so Prudence won the 1,500 and the 800 meters during the middle distance double. There have been comparisons and talk about can she be the next Caster Semenya doing that middle distance double. But she says that her preferred event is the 800 meters. She had to come and do the 1,500 meters earlier today because it had been rained off from yesterday, and had to come and do that final today. And she ended up then a few hours later running the 800 meters, and she ran it it was a pretty good race for her, and she was pretty happy with her time. She said she wanted to do a 2:05 and she ran it in 2:03, so that was impressive for her, and she was pretty pleased with her efforts. Let's hear from her just how she felt about how this weekend went, bagging that middle distance double.
I'm just doing 1,500 for fun, just to get the momentum, But my event is 800. I think going forward, I'm just going to focus on the 800, because this one, I don't know what to say, but I'm just doing for fun, to be honest, yeah. The aim is to beat the ASA record in the 1,500, but at the same time, I don't know, we'll see with coach as well.
Right, so Hloni, you've already mentioned Wayde qualifying. Talk to us about the qualification for the World Champs regarding other players as well, other athletes rather.
Yeah, so the under-20 national champion, Light Pillay, he also ran a sub-45 400 meters, so he's qualified for the World Championships. We also had on the first day, on Thursday, Kanye running a sub-10, so he's qualified. He ran a sub-10 twice actually, in both the first heat and then in the semi-finals. He ran just over 10, I think it was 10.14 in the finals, so, but the fact that he ran a sub-10 in the heats, that means he's also qualified. So other runners or other athletes that were hoping to qualify, or they said that because there's other races that are coming up in the next few weeks. April's a big racing month for the season. There's Grand Prix that are coming up, and also that meet in Botswana. They are hoping that this will be a good season starter for them, and they'll be able to get going with that before they then head over to Europe in May when the European season starts. So we're hoping there will be other athletes that join Live, that join Akani, that join Wayde van Niekerk, and as well as Hloni van der Walt in the 400-meter hurdles. Actually, she has been the premier 400-meter hurdles runner for South Africa. We know Wenda now, a Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, was also in there, and she retired last year. So Hloni van der Walt has certainly taken up that baton well from Wenda, and she will also be at the World Champs, having run a qualifying time as well. So hopefully in the next few weeks, with other races that come up, and also with Europe coming up as well, there will be more athletes that do join those athletes in qualifying for the World Championships.
Thank you so much for that, Hloni. We're going to have to leave it there for now. That's eNCA's award-winning journalist, Hloni Mtimkulu, coming to us live from the Athletics South Africa Senior Championships, where we saw Wayde van Niekerk going ahead in a time of 44.17 seconds in the men's 400-meter. And with the women, we also saw Prudence Siguriso going ahead and winning the 1500-meter. Absolutely phenomenal and exceptional there from both of them and all the other athletes.